Athena 30. Then 9. 11. हाँ छोड़ना वो सारे बता भूल जा कौन सा दिन को करता है संडे संडे तो संडे जो अच्छा तो उन्हें लग रहा है इसका भगवान है क्या तो यार क्या दूसरा लगा पाया थोड़ा तुझे पता है उसको वही वहाँ से लाइव करते हैं अपने ऐसे दिखाते नहीं लोगों को हाँ ये बात ये है वहाँ पे अजीब लगा अंदर इतने लोग लग जाता है Natural ठंडा पानी मार्च पेन भी लाई हुई अच्छा लेगा है तो वेरी गुड
मम्मी ने बोला कि 2 पैर मेरे को दे
मैंने मम्मी से देखा मेरे को और मामा मुझे कुछ ना के तेरे से दिखा मेरे को बहुत दिखा शादी के लिए को 7 मंथ बस दिन चलता है बस अपने देखा नहीं चलने फर्स्ट टाइम मैंने अपने शेड का कॉम्पैक्ट पाउडर ले मैंने मिक्सिंग वाला नहीं देखो
मां कोई लड़का आगे मार्केट में लड़का आगे लड़का मेरे पास पेमेंट की दुकान है
ये अच्छा नहीं अच्छा मैं चाहता हूं कि ये लोग सीधा है और लेट्स से सीधा आना मैंने कल से
क्लास में लड़की 15 25 का
शक्ल क्या दिखा है मैंने अपने प्राइवेट संजय दीदी बात सुन रही
तेरी कितने सारे पोस्ट ओके दोनों प्राइवेट में मैंने कुछ फॉलो किया वो भी प्राइवेट ही हाँ
वो बात देखेगा हाँ
लॉन्गा में करवाना तो मेरे को प्राइवेट में लिखा है
बस क्या प्राइवेट में शॉप करेंगे शॉपिंग करनी है
मेरे को भी
अकाउंट बस दिखा आपने मैंने एक सेकंड ये तेरा नहीं है तू नहीं है मैं नहीं हूं हां इसलिए मेरे प्राइवेट में के साथ प्राइवेट में नहीं कौन है वो
ब्रो
व्हाट
तो कोई ऐसा है
ये मैंने फिर शीट है इसी चले जो मेरा तो मेरा देख बचपन का ही बचपन बहुत पुराना है लॉकडाउन चलते हैं छोटी सी
मेरे पाउच में फंक्शन पता है
कितना प्राइस यस कर 12,000 it's 150 ka I got it on sale and then the next day my friend went and she actually got 700 yeah
ये तो मुझे
मैथ्स का होमवर्क करना है मैथ्स का होमवर्क मैथ्स का होमवर्क करिए इंग्लिश के लिए नहीं है वेरी गुड
तेरी लेट होगा निकल गए।
लेट होगा निकल गए, इसकी भी बहुत सही। उसके हमको लगता है वो ट्यूशन नहीं आती है, वो आगे घूमती है, उसके हमको इसलिए नहीं लगता था वो उनके एग्जैक्ट टाइम थोड़ी रास्ता वो भाग भाग के आए। फिर ट्यूशन में इसका समझ
मतलब उसकी मम्मी से तेज खाती है।
मैं चाय में कितना पढ़ ना हमेशा लेट हाँ विद्युत बगल करते हैं अच्छा है। You know what happened last time? I wore the mic and then I forgot to remove it and almost went halfway home and then later came back again. Then I'm not wearing it. Yes, can I'm behind start. Behind करना I could do it diary. एक अच्छा सा diary करके then we do the what we do behind. Okay. Behind में हम लोग ने 2 लेसन किए थर्ड पार्ट और मूविंग से so let's do first diary. Okay, so this is diary writing. Diary writing. Hello Nakshatra. So today Nakshatra quickly will do diary writing. Okay.
Okay, yes.
Oh, great! I can hear you.
What?
No, उसी ने हाँ बोला ना. Okay. So see, diary writing is a very, you can say, easy part. Okay, if there are options, usually they give the options, and if there are options, if the options are given, and if there is an option of writing a diary, I would suggest go for it. Okay, diary का एक standard तुमने एक standard में किया है diary writing? 7 से चल रहा है? 7 से चल रहा है. Okay. उसने बोला नहीं कभी किया मेरा स्कूल डीपी से करते हो. Okay. Ryan is something on anything. Yes, I agree with you. I am in same school with her. What regret of that? A class there are students and there are like G, H. वो क्या है GH से हम लोग का भी था. But the point is नीचे आती नहीं है हम लोग. मैं बहुत कम आती है मैं पढ़ाती हूँ. IB क्लास से पढ़ाती है. English मैम तो English मैम उनका नाम है अच्छी English मैम लेकिन impossible. लेकिन आती नहीं है क्यों? पता नहीं.
इतनी सारी क्लासेस में
मैम ने उनको अपने संडे डे करी. वो नहीं पढ़ाए किसको हाँ. ऐसे थोड़ी ना होता है. बच्चे एक भी बच्चा मिलेगा मुझे थैंक यू. Okay, so we'll do diary writing. Diary writing, as I was telling, is the easiest part. एक format है, you need to follow that form. Okay. Plus diary, have you ever written a diary? देखा था. Okay. Okay, so diary writing, is something very personal. So usually, at the end of the day, you write a diary. What do you write in that? जो कुछ आज दिन भर में हुआ है वो, उसमें भी क्या आज खाना खाया, पानी पिया, not that. वो तो हर रोज exactly. Something special, something specific, जो तुमको आज अलग लगा, तो तुम्हारे feelings क्या थे? So it has to be little personal, and therefore diary is always written in first person. First person means I. So I did this, I did that, I saw this, and always in the past tense. Why? Because you are writing at the end of the day before going off to sleep, and you are writing what happened during the day. Okay. So usually the topic is given, and because it is an exam, you will say अभी डायरी राइटिंग के लिए क्यों पैटर्न चाहिए और क्यों सेट पैटर्न चाहिए.
हम लोग हमारे मन में जो आएगा वो लिखेंगे. But in the exam, if there is no set pattern, then how will a teacher give you marks? And what will you write? And how will you know that this will get me marks? And for that reason alone, we have a set pattern. Okay, so let's do diary writing.
There's like limited words, like
100 to 150 words. Always there is 100 to 150 words.
What kind of?
How will you know it is 100 to 150? Are you going to sit there and count? Actually, no. Most of us write around 8 words per line. Okay, so you must try to write 12 to 15 lines. Okay, so even if you write 10 lines, words per line, 150 tak to ho hi jayega, 15 lines. Make it a point you will not exceed 15 lines. Okay, so around 15 lines is 100 to 50, 150 words. It depends, like if you think you write more than 8 to 10 words, then try to reduce it. Okay, so don't waste your time in counting the words. Okay, teacher को भी इतना time नहीं है तुम्हारे words count करने के लिए. She also goes with that same approximation, and then she says, "Arey, you wrote more than 150 words. Half mark cut because you wrote more than 150 words." And then you wonder how did the teacher come to know? Did she sit there? No, she doesn't have time to sit there and count हर एक के ऐसे का words. Okay, but ये एक approximate एक नजर डाल के उसको समझेगा कि ये line में 8 है, यहाँ पे ज्यादा. She has written cross the word limit. So therefore, make sure you will not go beyond 15 lines. उसके पहले ही थोड़ा कट कर देना. Now, in diary writing, let's write the heading. Diary writing. In diary writing, our format is simple. सबसे पहले left hand side में you write date. Okay. Never write date and then date. Directly write the date. I'm giving you format, therefore I'm writing it this way. Okay. After date, you write day, Monday. Okay. After that, in the same line, Monday, and then you can write time in the same line or on the third line. If your teacher says on the third line, write on the third line. In next year, it won't matter. Same line, third line, दोनों चलता है. ये साल, because your teacher will be correcting the papers, see what she says. If she insists on third line, go for it. But otherwise, both ways it is fine. Okay? You write time. Time, don't write 7 a.m. or don't write 2 a.m. 2 p.m. Okay? Mostly diary is written in the night before going to sleep. So 10 p.m., 11 p.m. इसी के बीच में रहना है. Okay? अभी सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है? A topic is given. You know the topic, but you are stuck on how do I start. First sentence क्या लिखूं? बीच का कंटेंट तो याद आता, लेकिन गाड़ी अटकी है फर्स्ट सेंटेंस में. स्टार्ट कैसे करूं? Okay? So I'll give you one line, 1 or 2 lines, which are the standard lines which you can use for most of your diary. Okay. So after this, leave one line and you write dear diary. Okay, dear diary. After that, today I had the worst sweetest most interesting Now, today I had the worst. If you've been told to write about the accident that you witnessed, it will be the worst experience. If you are told to write about your birthday, the sweetest experience. Okay? If you have gone on a trip and you're asked to write about the trip you have gone to, most interesting experience. Dad gifted you a personal laptop, sweetest experience. Okay? ये तीन में ना सब कुछ hit हो जाएगा. So I've given you dash 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 depending on the topic. Yes. You stay close by, no? Hi. How old is he? 6 years. So you waited till your mommy came. Okay. Huh. Okay, so remember, जो भी कुछ होगा, most of the topics will fit in this line. Okay. Today I had the worst or sweetest or most interesting experience of my life. I have never had such a beautiful, अगर वो beautiful रहा, or अगर it is something about accident or you ride your first local train journey, then you can write horror experience with. And then you will start writing whatever the topic is. Okay? Now, how do I end it? There are standard lines. We are doing diary writing. Okay. And for diary writing, as I told them, left hand side date, directly write the date. Then day. Then write time. Leave one line, write their diary. And then I've given some standard lines to write. Okay? Because बहुत बार, if you are good, if you have very good writing knack, you are able to write very well, and you want to start a different start, please go ahead and do it. But then I usually give the standard line. It helps most of the children. Okay? So as I said, whatever the topic is, if the topic is you witnessed an accident, then what you will write, today I had the worst experience. If the topic is your birthday, write about the birthday, then it will be the sweetest experience. Okay, इसलिए मैंने dash dash करके दिया है कि इसमें से तुम choose करके लिखना कि कौन सा experience रहा हो. Then you write whatever they have asked for, and you can end by saying, yes, एक line छोड़ना पड़ेगा. नहीं, जरूरी नहीं. I will never forget this event in my life. You can end by saying that. Or, you should you should write little philosophical. Today I learned a valuable lesson that कुछ भी 2-3 proverbs डाल दो. Okay? So today ऐसे ना बहुत अच्छा लगता है तुम थोड़ा if you write something very philosophical. Okay? So that you can put in the last line. The lesson that you have learned. And end में आएगा name. This is your standard format. Did you get it, Nakshatra? Any doubt? Where does your mommy work? Bashi, Navi Mumbai, out of Navi Mumbai. Done? Everybody wrote? What I'll do is I'll give you one sample diary writing. Okay, so you'll get an idea. So write down the topic. You had the most difficult exam today. You had the most difficult exam today. But you could solve all the questions. You are happy about it. Write the diary entry. Write the diary entry mentioning the subject and initial anxiety. Initial anxiety, ANXIETY. You've had before the test. Okay? Now you know the format. First, you will write left hand side. Date. Directly data, don't write DATE and then date. Directly write the date. Yes. Date, then write the day. Monday, Tuesday, whatever you want. So either 29th May 2023, 29th May or whatever you want to write, 4th June. No problem.
Should we leave space between the day and the time?
Not required. Not required. Leave one line after time.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Like before writing dear diary. So this will be, let's say, 4th June, comma 2023. Now I don't know what the day. Write any day. Let's say Monday. And time would be, what would be the time? 10 p.m. Okay. Then leave one line and write dear diary. I had a very interesting day today. I had a very interesting day today. We had our mathematics class test. We had our Mathematics class test. Now, see, always read the question well. The question had asked, write the diary entry mentioning the subject. Tick, kiya hai humne. Okay. We had our mathematics class test. Full stop. The theorems were making me anxious. The theorems were making me anxious. I was really worried that I might not remember anything. I was really worried that I might not remember anything. But the moment I got the question paper, I could recollect everything. I could recollect everything. I managed to solve all the questions. Everything. I managed to solve all questions. This exam has helped me. This exam has helped me regain my confidence about maths. I'm positive I will secure good marks. I'm positive I will secure good marks. Today, I learned a valuable lesson. Today, I learned a valuable lesson. There are no shortcuts to success. There are no shortcuts to success. And only practice makes a man perfect. And only a practice makes a man perfect. And then in the end, write the name.
Should we leave a line before writing the name?
Sorry?
Should we leave a line before writing
Leave
the
a
name?
line before writing your name. Leave a line and then write your name. Wondering which topic should I do? I'll give you one topic now. Okay, and you write the diary entry based on that. Will you like to travel in a crowded bus? No. Other than okay, I'll give you some nice stuff. You are Neha. Write the topic. You are Neha or Nikhil. Neha slash Nikhil. Now remember the name is given. So यहाँ पे खुद का नाम नहीं आएगा. Okay. You are Neha slash Nikhil. Today is your birthday and your father has gifted you a laptop. You are very happy to own it as you wanted to have one for a long time. Sorry? You're very happy to own it as you wanted it for a very long time. Before going to bed, you intend to share your joy with your diary. Write a diary entry in 100 to 150 words expressing your feelings. Expressing your feelings. Now, 2-3 lines you will find in the question itself. Question में तुमको 2-3 sentence मिल जाएंगे. Okay. Now, whenever you write about something related to family, ऐसा ना. Now, this is like father has gifted you. You should always last में ना. You should always lesson अभी क्या? What lesson will you learn?
Be thankful.
Yeah, always be thankful. I'm very thankful for my parents, and I will make sure to use it only for the best purpose. I will not use it for I will use it only for what, to learn new things and to study, and I will not misuse it and give my father any reason to be upset. Okay, so ऐसा line डालने का. Whenever it is related to parents, you should always add something like I'll make sure to keep my word. I will not disrespect them. I will not. ऐसा थोड़ा philosophical डालने का सबको बहुत अच्छा लगता है. Okay, the teachers are more happy when you add such lines in the end. If there is no lesson to learn, at least try to be, what do you say, a very good child. Okay. Or at least make those promises. So, should we have a time limit?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? 5 minutes तो नहीं.
Okay,
10 minutes. इतना 5 minutes में I don't think होगा. हाँ. Yes. मगर यहाँ करना कि बहुत लंबा ना हो जाए. हाँ पेज भर के learn where to stop. Okay? और ये सारे promises भी करते हैं जैसे मैंने बोला. That adds to that term. That always gives you half mark more. Sweetest day. Okay. And I want to this always write short sentences. After that, then it will be another sentence. Okay. Write one sentence. फिर तुम्हें कहीं भी फुल स्टॉप दिया जब जगह कॉमा देके बड़ा सा सेंटेंस what ना just one. I will and give my father the reason to me. That's fine. That's I won't. I'm pretty sure I will not miss. I won't. I won't. Because you're talking about future, right? So it will be more highly. Now I ask each one of you. नाम लिखना मत भूलना. Oh, I said no date like this. Don't write DAT and then write the date directly. Time also. Okay. And 28 always June, July, May जो कुछ लिखना है month. Okay. उनको भी. Now I have written. You should write 9 November 2022 पास में गए क्या?
हम बर्थडे से
लेकिन okay fine. So write 9 November, not 9/11/2020. Okay. Done, Nakshatra?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Will you like to read?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Ma'am, should I like say the date and all also?
No. Only the content.
Okay. Dear diary, I had a very memorable day today. It was my birthday. I was so excited to open the gift given by my father. He knew what his daughter loved. As I put aside the shiny wrapping paper, I was overjoyed to realize that he had gifted me a laptop. I've been waiting for ages for this day, and today my wait was finally over. I thanked my father and promised to use it only for my studies. I will forever be grateful to my parents. Neha.
Good job. Who would like to read? Hari said, Baba said.
It was my best gift that I ever had. Today is my birthday and it was a very good and a very sweet experience that I had with my family today when we were out enjoying my birthday. But the thing was that what were my parents gifting me? Waiting for my gift with closed eyes and a scarf tied on them, a deep feeling with crossed fingers and boom, the popper pops and the scarf falls off my eyes. And there, a brand new laptop in my parents' hand. And that day, I enjoyed a lot, and I'm very sure that I'll use my laptop for good things and promise my dad that I'll not miss it.
Okay, fine. Now that day, मतलब आज ही हुआ है सब कुछ. Okay. So see, imagine that you are writing it today, जो आज हुआ है. So don't do it that day. Okay, don't do it. So, it was my best gift that I should always be talented. I cannot hide. Full stop. Today is my birthday and okay. But that was nothing. Okay. Fine. That day जो कुछ हो रहा है आज ही हुआ. Okay. Would you like to read? Okay.
Dear Diary, today I had the best day of my life as it was my birthday. My friends came over to attend the party. I was delighted to meet everyone, but I was eagerly waiting for my dad as he was returning home from a London trip. It was unexpected to see that he bought a laptop for me as I wanted it for a long time. I was really excited and happy to own it. I promised my dad for not giving him any reason to get upset related to the laptop. I will make sure that to use it in a learning way. The full
Okay. For a good purpose only. And then you have not written Neha. Okay, you lose marks for not writing the name. Want to read for everyone? No? Okay. So that was diary writing. Very simple, very easy. And you follow this format. For format, you have 1.5 marks. Okay, 1 mark. Then the opening statement should be good. And the closing statement. Okay, always learn some lesson or be positive and be अगर कुछ family related है then tell that you will always be you'll always use it. You'll never give your parents any reason to be upset, and you'll never let them put their you'll not never bring any shame to them. ऐसे कुछ तो एक sentence डाल दे. Okay, so that gives थोड़ा सा मसाला. Okay, fine. So that was diary writing, an easy topic. Okay, now do we have time? We still have time. No?
It's not full time scale.
I know. So should we start with the lesson in that case? Or you? Huh?
Behind.
Very good. जब लड़कियां हैं बुक्स लाने के लिए तो तुम क्यों लेके आओ? See, our third lesson, our next second lesson, that is sound of music. The sound of music is about, we talk about two people in this lesson. One is Evelyn Glennie, and the other one is the Shehnai player, Bismillah. Okay, so the story of Evelyn Glennie is she's no less than a wonder. Okay, yeah, she's a unique piece, you can say. See, how many of you have learned singing or music or playing any instrument? You have. Okay.
Ma'am, I learned halfway.
You've learned it halfway. Yes, but at least you have tried, right? So whenever you try to learn something, first thing you need to do is hear it. Right? If you want to play music, if you want to learn singing, first thing you need to do it, hear it. But imagine if you can't hear it, then how can you understand क्या राग, क्या ऊपर, क्या नीचे, क्या flat? Nothing, अगर imagine अगर तुमको सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है और तुमको गिटार बजाना, So this is the story of our Evelyn Glennie. She could not hear, and yet she managed to learn not one, not two, various instruments, and basically she's a percussionist. You know what a percussionist is doing. So how did she do that? Let's read The Sound of Music. Okay. Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it. God may have taken the hearing, but He has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. Starting Mel. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. Let's read the following account of a person who fought against a physical disability and made her life a success story. Read.
Chapter, right?
अभी क्या पढ़ोगे भाई?
Rush and crowds jostled for position on the underground train platform. A slight girl looking younger than her 17 years was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibrations of approaching train. It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London and daunting enough for any teenager fresh from a Scottish farm. But this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was
Profoundly dead.
profoundly dead.
She was absolutely dead. Okay. So imagine this is like the rush hour crowd jostle for the position at the underground train platform. She was standing at the underground train platform, a slight, thin girl of 17 years. And she was waiting for, and she could feel if you have traveled by train, you know, you can feel the vibrations when the train approaches. London is a crowded city, and all the train stations, underground train stations are as crowded as you can find in, was not Mumbai so much, but yes, you can, it's closer to it. Ours is a different level altogether.
But feels like you're flying, like तो मैं तो public ही चला रही हूँ मेरे को ट्रेन की public चला रही है public
Yeah. So this girl, it was her first day. Where was her first day? Where was she going?
Come to the Royal Academy.
The prestigious Royal Academy of Music, London. It is the prestigious music school. Okay. And she was this fresh girl. So she was excited and she was also very, very nervous because she had never come to London, and of course she had come to London but never traveled alone. She was from Scotland. She was just this young girl from Scottish farms. But there was a bigger problem for this aspiring musician. She wanted to be a musician. And her biggest problem was, what was the biggest problem, Nakshatra?
She was deaf.
She was absolutely. Okay. Read.
Having Glennie's loss of hearing had been tragic. Her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. They called her name and she didn't move. I suddenly realized she hadn't heard. Says Isabel Penny.
Yes.
For quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceive her growing deafness from pregnant teacher. But by the time she was 11, her mouth had
Deteriorated.
and her headmistress urged her parents to take her to a specialist. It was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage.
they were advised that she could be fitted with hearing aids and sent to a school for the deaf. Everything suddenly looked back, she said. Okay. Now, was she born deaf? No. Her deafness was gradual. Okay, there was some damage to the nerve, and therefore she started becoming deaf. She was not born deaf. So she started becoming deaf slowly. When did her mother first notice that there is something?
When she was 8 and playing piano.
Yes, when she was 8. She had to play piano. The teacher called her and she did not get up. That's when the mother realized it's not that she's ignoring, she did not hear. She did not hear the teacher call. And then Evelyn probably knew that she had this problem, but then as a young girl, she did not want to openly talk about it. That I can't hear. That was a little embarrassing for her. And therefore she tried to conceal it. Conceal it means she tried to hide it for a long time. But then at the age of 11, her grades started deteriorating. When you can't hear, you don't understand. The teachers were explaining, but she couldn't hear and therefore she couldn't understand and therefore she couldn't score. And then the parents were called and then they discovered, then the tests were done, why she's not scoring, why her grades are so low. And they realized that there is some hearing problem. So the teachers told her to fit the hearing aids. They wear those hearing aids and they said there is no point in keeping her in normal school. You should send her for the special school. Everything suddenly looked black, says Eve. Imagine you're living a perfectly normal life. You have normal friends. You're sitting with everyone else in the class, playing, doing things that others are doing, and suddenly you're told to get up and to move out and go to a school for maybe dumb and deaf or deaf people. But Evelyn was not going to give up.
But Evelyn was not going to give up. She was determined to live a normal life and pursue her interest in music. One day she noticed a girl playing a xylophone and decided that she wanted to play too. Most of the teachers discouraged her, but
Percussionist
Ron
Forbes
spotted her potential. He began by tuning two large drums to different notes. Don't listen to your ears, he would say. Try to sense it in some other way, says Evelyn. Suddenly I realized I could feel the higher drum from the bass drum and the lower one from the bass drum. Folks repeated the exercise and soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes in different parts of her body. I had learned to open my mind and body to some conditions. The rest was sheer determination and habit.
See, when you read this, it sounds easy. It is extremely difficult to understand the vibrations and to create the similar vibrations in music. So she says that she was determined, that she is not going to give up. They have asked her to go, but she wanted to lead a normal life. And then one day she saw a girl playing xylophone. And she said she too wants to learn that. Now, see, one advantage was not advantage, I would say, but then her parents were musicians, and they had people coming to their home and playing different kinds of music. So all teachers told her, no, learning music is not for deaf people, discouraged her. But then she had a savior, and who was that? No, who took interest? Ron Forbes, the percussionist. He himself was a percussionist. Ron Forbes. He said he decided to teach her. What did he do? He tuned two drums to different vibrations. Okay, different notes. And then he told Evelyn, don't listen through your ears because she can't hear it. Try to sense the vibrations through in some other way. So he too did not know. कैसे हमको तो आराम से सुनाई देता है, तो हमको our other senses are not as strong. So he told her to sense the music in a different manner. You can't smell. So therefore she realized she probably stuck to the drums. There was a taller drum and a smaller one. And she realized she can feel the vibrations of the taller drum from her waist up. And she could sense the vibrations of the smaller drum from her waist down. And because he had tuned it to two different, what do you say, notes, some probably higher, some higher notes and lower notes. And she realized that she would try to create the similar vibrations. She says, I had learned to open my mind and body to sound and vibrations. And the rest was sheer determination and hard work. It was sheer, complete determination to learn how to create those vibrations and the hard work. She never looked back from the point onwards. She toured the United Kingdom with the orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Academy. She gradually moved from the orchestral work to solo performances. At the end of her 3-year course, she had captured most of the top awards. So, she toured the entire UK with youth orchestra. She not only learned, she started playing in the orchestra. She also auditioned and got admission to Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history. And then it is said that she gradually moved from the orchestra, started singing solo. And by the time she finished her 3-year course, she had managed to capture most of the top awards remaining later. Five-minute break. जो भी है इसका नाम
मम्मी के फोन पे है। हाँ यार वो 2 से 6 वाला टाइम क्या मस्त था।
नहीं जो पूछा है क्या ऐसा बहुत क्या
अबे
मेरे को रोबोटिक ट्यूशन में था
मैं रात को उस दीवार पे बॉक्सिंग क्लासेस करने गया था। हाँ
हाँ चल
बॉक्सिंग मतलब एक बॉक्स
Finish that, finish.
सिर्फ बॉक्सिंग थी।
Okay. So Evelyn, we saw that Evelyn had joined the Evelyn joined with Royal Academy, and there she managed to win all the top awards. Okay. शुरू करें. Okay. Nakshatra, will you read? And for all this.
Okay. She never looked back from that point onwards. She toured the United Kingdom with the youth orchestra
And for all this.
what?
Fifth para. Nakshatra.
6. Oh, okay.
And
It
for,
is like,
and for all this.
and for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. If you work hard and know where you're going, you'll get there. And she got right on top. The world's most sought after multi percussionist with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments and hectic international schedule.
Right. So the girl who could not hear she became a multi percussionist, like different drums, many instruments at one time, and had a mastery of some 1,000 instruments. She could have set music with the help of 1,000 instruments and could understand play them. So that's amazing. If you have ever tried learning one instrument, you will understand how difficult it is. Okay, go ahead.
It is intriguing to watch Evelyn focus so effortlessly without hearing. In our 2-hour discussion, she never missed a word. Men with bushy beards give me trouble, she laughed. It is not just watching the lips, it's the whole face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. My speech is clear because I could hear until I was 11, she says. But that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. As
Yes.
for me,
Now, here this para is interesting. You done? Otherwise, you'll not be able to pay attention. Okay. Now, it is intriguing to watch how Evelyn functions. She says that, see that this girl cannot hear, but she did not miss even one question. The interviewer did not have to repeat any question. Evelyn says the men with bushy beards give me trouble. So when they have these bushy beards, then she can't do the lip reading. And therefore, She misses it. She doesn't understand what they are trying to say. But she said it's not just lips, it is eyes also. See, we talk a lot with our eyes. The joy, the happiness, the anger. It's along with the words. I hate you, whether you're mischievous. I will give you an example. Whether you're mischievous or you're angry, you only come to know through your eyes. So therefore she says it's the whole face. She speaks flawlessly. She says she could speak. See, many times those who are deaf are also dumb. Those who are born deaf are also dumb. Because dumb means not speak, those who cannot speak. So why? Because we learn, we always learn speaking by hearing. The parents keep repeating the words, and that's how you catch the words. But in her case, she couldn't hear, but she could speak well because it was a gradual loss of hearing. But then it's still surprising. How did she manage to learn to speak French and basic Japanese? I find French difficult. I can never pronounce the French words properly. Though I feel that I speak, good English, but the French is a different language already. And you have to keep hearing to catch the pronunciation. But how did she do that? That's a mystery. Okay, Deep.
As for music, she explains, it goes.
Nakshatra, let's ask Daksh to read.
Okay, sorry.
That's
As
okay.
for music, she explains it goes into every part of my body. It tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even my hair. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. By leaning against the drum, she can feel the resonance flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibrations pass through her bare feet and up her neck. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audiences in 1991. She was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award, says Master
Percussionist.
Percussionist James Bates. Her James Blades her back something extraordinary.
Oh, God may have taken her hearing.
Here she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully.
Okay, so see the last para that tells us how she senses the music. Last para on page 19. Say that when she playing xylophone, the sound passes through that sticks to her fingertips. When she's leaning against the drums, she can feel the resonance flowing through her body. And on stage, on a wooden stage, she always removes her shoes so that she can feel the vibrations pass through her bare feet to her legs. Evelyn confesses that she's something of a workaholic. I've just got to work often harder than classical musicians. She says that she's a workaholic and she often has to work harder than the other classical musicians. Read.
Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic and just got to work, often harder than classical musicians. But the rewards are enormous.
Yes.
Apart from the regular consults, Evelyn also gives free consults and presence in hospitals. She also gives high priority classes for your patients. And Richland of the Beethoven
Fund.
Yes.
Beethoven is a very famous, a very popular, famous, great musician, classical musician.
And for deaf children, says she is shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go.
Evelyn Glennie, yes, read.
Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. She has brought
Percussion,
to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it really very moving. He has given inspiration to those who are handicapped people who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given
enormous pleasure to Lilius. Not just, she does not just play for in the orchestra, she also plays for
hospitals.
prisons and hospitals. Gives priority to classes for young musicians and plays for deaf children. See, when deaf children see her playing music, they realize that she can do, even we can do. They have no excuse to give. She has achieved a lot, and she has given inspiration to many handicapped children and handicapped people. Look to her and say, if she can do it, so can I. And she has given enormous pleasure. The main thing she has done is she has brought percussion to the forefront. Usually these drums and all were always on the background. Nobody ever exclusively played, drums in the concert. So here she introduced that, and people actually bought tickets to come and watch the percussion instrument. Okay. So that was about Evelyn Glennie. Next, Bismillah Khan, the Shehnai Master. Now, have you heard Shehnai of Bismillah Khan?
Yes.
If you ever go to Indian wedding, no wedding ever starts with Shehnai, not Pungi. Pungi is different, and Shehnai is different. So it's okay. We can see that. And how do I do it? Let's see Pungi and Shehnai. Let's hear on this. Hey, you will be able to hear, no? Whatever we play, Nakshatra. I will wait. Oh, this is net problem, I guess. Yes. Ariane. How should I come again? Videos में होगा? हाँ. She came. हाँ. Next इसमें कैसे आया? Should I say? Different. Whiteboard तो नहीं. Screen share करने की बात है. It's screen sharing. हाँ. You did it screen share. Now you can open like a video. आप इसको से close कर. हाँ. You can close. I just let's play Shehnai first. There's a video. Yeah. Now, YouTube. I thought there is a live. इसको तो घुमा सकते हैं.
Oh my God.
क्या हो गया इसको बंद कैसे करना? हाँ हो रहा है. This is Shehnai. Okay, you must have heard this. All the weddings. I just wanted to show you what Shehnai is. Now Pungi. Let's see what Pungi sounds like. I don't know if we can. हाँ. I'm thinking. Yeah. Hello, I'm playing this for you. Oh, you have heard in real life? Where have you heard Pungi in real life? Okay. Nakshatra, would you hear that? Hey, how do I get back that screen?
Get back the screen. I'm going to back.
नहीं, नहीं, नहीं.
Oh, इसका
Nakshatra, admit. हाँ, लेकिन नक्षत्र आ गई क्या?
होगी ना ज्वाइनिंग शी इज ज्वाइनिंग लाइक उसके कनेक्टिविटी इश्यूज है शी विल जॉइन राइट हाँ इसको स्टॉप स्क्रीन शेयर यही टिक है ठीक है ये हो रहा
Hello, Nakshatra, can you hear me? Nakshatra?
स्टॉप
Yes, ma'am.
नहीं, stop share कैसे? No. Can you see the board?
No.
No.
अभी
Yeah.
यस
Is it clear?
Not really, but we're not writing anything on the board, right?
No, we haven't written anything on the board, but can you see the board now?
Yes.
ओके
Fine. Okay. Okay, let's do these questions first and then go to our Shainai and Pili. Okay. Now, first question. How old was Ellen when she went to the Royal Academy of Music? 16. What was her age? 16. Younger than her 17 years. First paragraph. So she was 17 years. She was 17 years old when she went to the Royal Academy of Music. When was her deafness first noticed? So when she was 8 years old, while she was called to play piano, her mother noticed her deafness. When was it confirmed? When she was 11 years old. That time, as her grades started degrading, it was confirmed that she was gradually turning deaf. Write these ones. You have already written in the class notebook. At least write in the this notebook. Write just the words. Duty book में जैसे लिखा है ऑलरेडी सेट किया सब कुछ है अरे तुमसे लिखना पड़ेगा ना See, if you don't listen, these are ऐसे ही मतलब, what do you say? Time pass things are not big answers. You can simply write one more sentence. Yeah.
Time pass. The time.
Quick, because we want to do part 2.
अबे वो है चला
अरे क्या चल रहा है? How old was Evelyn? Evelyn was 17. When was her deafness first noticed? When she was 11 years. Sorry, when her age, at the age of 8. The sound of music. Tom? No.
We have studied.
अरे क्वेश्चन ये तो नेक्स्ट टाइम अगर बुक नहीं लेके आया ना तो याद रखना How old was Evelyn when she went to Royal Academy of Music and repeating again 17? When was her deafness first noticed? When she was 8 years old. When was it confirmed? When she was 11 years old. Good job. Who helped her? Should I go to the next question?
Yes, sir. Next question. Yes.
There are the answers.
78. I'm trying to put it in the fair.
That
It will die in 1 month. When she was 17 years old, when she went to the first time. Finally, she was area on her mother noticed that she has problem in her leg, workshop. It was confirmed when she was very young. Thank you.
Daksh ho gaya? I'm waiting for you.
Can I go ahead?
Yes. Find the answer. Tell me the answer. Got the first two answers, Nakshatra?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now next question number 2. 1. Who helped her? Ron Forbes. Ron Forbes continued her, helped her to continue with music. What did he do and say?
He began by tuning two songs to different notes.
Yes.
And he said, don't listen to your.
He asked her not to listen.
He would say, try to sense it.
So the answer would be Ron Forbes
Helped her.
Yeah. Percussionist. Ron Forbes. Yes. The percussionist. अगर word याद रहा तो लिखना percussionist. Ron Forbes helped her to continue with music.
No, I mean, number 2, they were very specific.
पहला आंसर तो लिखना हो गया.
So what he had to continue with
Ron Forbes.
Yes, Ron.
Yeah. Oh, you already know. What did he do and say? What did he do?
He asked me to play an India.
One minute. He asked her to.
तो मैं खुद से लिख लूंगी बट वो कहने के लिए चलेगा
हाँ चलेगा. Next time. He
not listen
began by tuning two large drums to different notes, and then asked her to sense it not through her ears but some other way. He asked her to sense
in the places again.
Did you write the first question? Answer? Various places and causes for which Evelyn performed. Evelyn performed.
That was the audition.
No. Places and concerts. So apart from the regular concert, Evelyn gave 3 concerts in prison. Regular concerts, and apart from that, she gave 3 concerts in prisons and hospitals. She gave classes for young musicians. Page number 20, 9th paragraph. Apart from 4th line. Mila 4th line? Apart from.
Yes, ma'am. Apart from the regular there are prisons
And hospitals, he gave classes for young musicians.
she would need to do it what in like
But I'm just telling you. That she did award.
He also gives high priority classes. So
That's the waiting for her to check your book. Answer क्या लिखा है?
sure, right? That she also gives high priority classes for young persons. Yeah, it's mentioned totally. Till she also took classes for young.
That means did you find the answer?
Yes.
कहाँ पर है?
यहाँ पे
Now the last answer will be on page 19, last paragraph. One minute, I'll wait for everyone to finish. You can mark. Nakshatra, are you done with your answers?
Ma'am, where's the last answer?
Last answer would be on page 19, last paragraph.
Okay.
can we write this? It forces through every part of the body to invest in the skin.
Okay, so see the answer would be How does Evelyn hear music? Evelyn hears music through different body parts. Okay, so it tingles. It tingles in her skin, in her cheekbones, and her hair. Then when she plays xylophone,
she can sense it.
the sound passing through the stick to her fingertips. Then by leaning against the drums, she can feel the resonance flowing into her body. And while
that vibration passes through her bare feet and up her.
or while playing on the wooden platform, she always stands bare feet so she can sense the vibrations. Should I dictate this answer? Should I? I will dictate.
What else?
Okay, if you want Daksh, I'll dictate.
No. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Evelyn tries to hear. You right now, I'll dictate him. This answer. Evelyn hears music through every part of her body. Every part of her body, like skin, cheekbones, and even her hair. Like skin, cheekbones, and even her hair. While playing xylophone, she can sense the sound. She can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. By leaning against the drums, she can feel the resonance flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, she can sense the vibrations through her bare feet up her legs. Okay. हो गया बाकी लोगों का? No, I'll wait for you. I'll give you 2 minutes. Because everybody should finish. You finish? You go. If you're feeling uncomfortable, go wash your face and come. Then drink water. Go. आज कुछ स्टोरी नहीं है दक्ष की
2000 की लॉटरी लगी वगैरह बहुत बड़ा
अच्छा 2000 की लॉटरी लग गई
अच्छा बिल्कुल
मैं पर मंथ कमा रहा हूँ
What is drop shipping? हम
पहले
पहले
इसने मतलब आलू ले लो प्याज selling है लेकिन genuine way ना like selling something like मैं कुछ बनाऊं या I will sell this or this like मतलब इसका रेट होगा 100 रुपए मार्केटिंग है 100 रुपए का मैंने 200 में बेचा तो मैं 100 का प्रॉफिट और स्पीकर like that the speaker is like जूते को है क्या इधर से 6,000 का 9,000 ऐसा कुछ अंदाजे लोग खरीदते हैं
we'll start with the next lesson, okay? Now, once she finishes the, huh? ग्रामर करना नहीं अभी टाइम नहीं है ग्रामर के लिए आधे 20 मिनट में ग्रामर नहीं होगा we'll finish this lesson next time we'll do grammar how much what will be finished for models and determine
अभी ना हमारे से
हाँ
संडे का कंप्लीट कर रहे थे ना हो गया हो जाएगा टाइम से भी हो जाएगा
My work is per month per day.
क्या होगा
Per day.
मीडियम लो बक्का
okay chalo the Shahnai of Bismillah Khan let's see how Bismillah Khan started playing Shahnai okay Emperor Aurangzeb
फर्स्ट दिन से स्टार्ट करेंगे हाँ देखो मैं क्या बोल रही थी और दोनों बोल रही थी
okay Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of musical instrument called pungi in the royal residence for it had a shrill unpleasant sound pungi became the generic name for repeated noise makers okay जब भी कोई बांसुरी सीख रहा है और when he cannot play the usual way of saying is क्या pungi बजा रहा है okay so pungi has the shrill sound and therefore Emperor Akbar had banned it from his Aurangzeb had banned it from his royal residence. Few had thought that it would one day be revived. A barber of a family of a professional musician who had access to the royal palace decided to improve the tonal quality of the pungi. Understood what happened?
He added a pipe in it and attached.
So the barber, a royal barber, he once decided that he'll change this pungi and revive it. He was a barber. He chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem that was longer and broader than the pungi. When he played on it, closing and opening some of these holes, soft and melodious sounds were produced. He played the instrument before royalty and everyone was impressed. The instrument, so different from the pungi, had to be given a new name. As the story goes, since it was first played in the Shah's chamber and was played by a Nai is a barber, the instrument was named the Shahnai.
नाई के नाम पे इंस्ट्रूमेंट
क्योंकि उसने डेवलप किया ना.
He was.
Sorry?
That person was the 19.
Nai.
अरे यार
Yes. 3.
The sound of the Shahnai created a constant
Make everyone look into the book
And for this, the reason is still living temples and it is an indispensable component of any North Indian wedding. The past of the Chennai was part of the
Novel.
of traditional element of the 9 instruments found at Rock Forest. Till recently, it was used only in temples and weddings. The credit for bringing the stage, sorry, the instrument onto the classical stage goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan.
Now, earlier these the instrument was only played in temples and weddings. No wedding is complete without Shehnai. अगर शादी है तो शहनाई बजेगी. It's like integral part of Indian weddings. So, but nobody ever played it on stage. But to turn it into a concert and to play it on stage, the credit for playing it on stage for an hour or two goes to Bismillah. So who was this Bismillah? Continue.
As a pioneer,
Now, you know what? You need to read little slowly. Every word should be heard. All of you. ऐसे बस तुम्हारी गाड़ी छूट जाती है. तब एक बार खत्म कर दो. Don't do that. You should read clearly, slowly, pronouncing every word.
as a 5-day role, Bismillah Khan played Hindi Ganga, thereupon in the ancient district of Bhutan
In Bihar.
in Bihar. He would regularly go to the nearby Biharji temple to sing the Bhojpuri chant, at the end of which he would earn a big laddu like 1.5 kg, a prize given by the local Maharaja. This happened 80 years ago, and the little boy has traveled far to earn the highest civilian award in India, the Bharat Ratna.
If you see there, he started as a young boy. He would play gilli danda in the state of Dumrav in Bihar, and then he would go to this nearby temple to sing chaita, maybe that some kind of. And for that, he would earn 1 laddu. From there, he has managed to earn the highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. How did this journey start?
Born on 21st March 1916, Bismillah belongs to a well-known family of musicians from Bihar. His grandfather Rasul Bugs Khan was the Shehnai Nawaz of the Bhojpuri king's court. His father Paigambar Bugs and other paternal sisters were also
सरनेम सारा कैसे
हाँ Paigambar Bugs ही तो है ना
इन तीनों के खान नहीं से भी तरह
His
से
grandfather Rasul Bugs. Khan is actually not a surname. Khan is a middle name. It's like, among the Sardars you have Singh, and the girl is called Kaur. So the same way in them, it's Khan, and I think it's Khatun or something. So it's something like that. So so that means it's Khan. So every man has Khan.
Okay.
Those who come from that particular community. So Rasul Bugs, then his was a Shehnai Nawaz in Bhojpur court. His father Paigambar Bugs and other paternal ancestors. Paternal means father's side is paternal, mother's side is maternal.
The young boy took to music early in life. At the age of 3, when his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house in Benares, now Varanasi. Benares ko Varanasi.
Banaras became Varanasi.
हाँ.
Banaras is Varanasi.
Yes, exactly. Bismillah was fascinated watching his uncle's practice the Shehnai. Soon Bismillah started accompanying his uncle Ali Bugs to the Vishnu temple of Benares, where Bugs was employed to play the Shehnai. Ali Bugs would play the Shehnai and Bismillah would sit captivated for hours on end.
Captivated.
Captivated,
Captivated means just not curious, means he was
Inspired.
no, कैसे हक होना बोलते हैं, दंग होना. You understand the meaning dunk hona?
Yes, ma'am. I do.
Or feel captivated is to lose your, senses and just listen very attentively.
खो जाना बातों में.
Yes, खो जाना. Or to, what did I say?
He captivated the crowd. Something. He captivated the crowd.
To get lost.
Yeah.
To get lost.
Eyes.
Not nice, and the sound of the okay. Slowly, he started to be mesmerized. To be mesmerized. Listen. Okay.
Getting lessons in playing the instrument and would sit practicing throughout the day. For years to come, the temple of Balaji and Mangala Maya and the banks of the Ganga became the young apprentice's favorite haunts where he could practice in solitude. The flowing waters of the Ganga inspired him to improvise and invent ragas. What is ragas?
Rag.
Acha,
The different rags that you would play.
ragas that were earlier considered to be beyond the range of the Shiva.
Okay. Apprentice is a student. A young student is an apprentice. Somebody who's learning. Okay. So, see, first he saw his maternal uncle playing Shehnai, and he was mesmerized. He was fascinated watching his uncle practice. And he would sit in the Vishnu temple. He used to play the Shehnai in the Vishnu temple because he was employed by the temple to play Shehnai. His young Bismillah would sit there captivated for hours and listen to it. Then he too started practicing it. And then it is said that for years, the temple of Balaji and Mangalamaya and the banks of Ganga, these were the places where he would go because there won't be anybody. So he would go there and play in solitude. Solitude in peace, alone. Solitude without any company. Okay? And it is here where he improvised and invented ragas that were earlier considered beyond the range of Shehnai. There were so many rags which people believe that ye to Shehnai se nahi baji. But then he practiced and he made it happen. He improvised and he made it. Yeah. Nakshatra.
Yes.
Okay, Nakshatra, will you read? At the age of 14.
Okay, ma'am. At the age of 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to the Allahabad Music Conference. At the end of his recital, Ustad Fayaz Khan patted the young boy's back and said, "Work hard and you shall make it." With the opening of the All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938 became Bismillah's big break. He soon became an often heard Shehnai player on the radio. When India gained independence on 15th August 1947, Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to greet the nation with his Shehnai. He poured his heart out into Rag Kafi, and from the Red Fort to an audience which included Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who later gave his famous Tryst with Destiny speech.
Okay. At the age of 14, he was, he went to the conference, music conference, and there he met Ustad Fayaz Khan, again a very renowned musician, singer, and he patted his boy and his back and he said, "Practice, you will do very well." When was his first break? Where did he get his first break? Big break in 1938. Where?
Lucknow.
At All India Radio in Lucknow.
And what did he get?
The first big break. So his first big break came when the All India Radio started its station in Lucknow. The radio was what It's like, there was no television. Radio was the only big thing in those days. So everybody, practically everybody would listen to radio. Now, this was his first break because here he was often called to play Shehnai. Then the biggest honor that he got was on 15th August 1947. What is so special about this day? The day he got independence. Everybody was sitting, all the people were sitting there, and he was the first Indian on the day of 1947, on the day of independence. He became the first Indian to greet the nation by playing his Shehnai. So first the nation, jaise 12 baje, and when the whole program was in the night because they just wanted the minute it is 12, we are independent. So the whole program was in the night, and he was the first Indian to greet the free nation with his Shehnai.
Recorded can you?
Of course, hoga. Because I don't know, वो recorded होगा, YouTube पे देख सकते हो because
भगत सिंह उनका फोटोज है ना हम लोग वैसे वीडियो एक एंटी पर एक काम है
because Pandit Jawaharlal is record. After that, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru stood up and gave this very famous speech, The Tryst with Destiny. So his speech is there. So I'm not sorry.
फर्स्ट टाइम में घूमना यार चैनल का है ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट
Bismillah Khan. Okay. Read.
Mommy,
We'll ask Daksh to read. You want to continue? Okay, let her read, then I'll read. Yes, Nakshatra, read.
yes. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian. Oh, no, sorry. Bismillah Khan has given many memorable performances both in India and abroad. His first trip abroad was to Afghanistan, where the King Zahir Shah was so taken in by Maestro that he gifted him priceless Maestro that he gifted him priceless Persian carpets and other souvenirs. The King of Afghanistan was not only one to be fascinated with Bismillah's music. Film director Vijay Bhatt was so impressed after hearing Bismillah play at a festival that he named a film after the instrument called Gunj Uthi Shehnai. The film was a hit, and one of Bismillah Khan's compositions, Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya, turned out to be a nationwide chartbuster. Despite this huge success in the celluloid world, Bismillah Khan's ventures in film music were limited to two: Vijay Bhatt's Goonj Uthi Shehnai and Vikram Srinivasa's Kannada venture, uh, Sanadhi Apana. I just can't come to terms with the artificiality and glamour of the film world, he said with emphasis.
Okay. So now, he has given many performances in India as well as in Afghanistan. Where was his first performance? In Afghanistan. Yes, and the King Zahir Shah was so taken. What did he gift him? He gifted him priceless Persian carpets.
Carpets.
He gifted him priceless Persian carpets. Persian carpets. Okay, dear Persian carpets. Then there was Vijay Bhatt. You all know Vijay Bhatt is Alia Bhatt's
Great grandfather.
Grandfather. Just grandfather.
Not really.
So Vijay he was so impressed after hearing Bismillah. He made a movie based on the Shehnaz. Name is Gunjuti Shehnaz. And in that, the music composition was done by Bismillah Khan. You people are so distracted, so distracted. And one song became a chart buster. That means it was a big hit. And what was the name of that song? After that, he also did one more Kannada movie. But unfortunately, yes, it is mentioned, no, Vikram Srinivas, Kannada venture, Sannadhi Appanna. So he also did one Kannada movie, but though his compositions were great and he was so popular, he has only done 2 movies. Why? Because compositions were a hit. He says he finds the celluloid world in the film industry very, very artificial. So he says he can't come to terms with the artificiality and glamour of the film world. It's too glamorous and too artificial, and he's a very simple, genuine man. He says, and therefore, though he got lots of awards, got great recognition everywhere. Okay, Dakshri, paragraph 9.
Awards that recognitions came thick and fast. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to be invited to perform at the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in the United States of America. He also took part in the World Exposition in Montreal, in the Cannes known art festival, and in the Osaka Trade Fair. So well known did he become internationally that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him. Tehran
Musiki.
Ustad Bismillah Khan.
Yes.
National award like Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan and the Padma Vibhushan were conferred on. In 2001, Ustad Bismillah Khan was awarded with the coveted award resting on his chest. And
What? India's highest
coveted award resting on his chest and his eyes glinting with rare happiness. He said, "All I would like to say is, teach your children music. This is the Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the West is now coming to learn our music."
Okay. Read. In spite of having read slowly, that's what I told them.
In spite of having traveled all over the world, handsome as he is
Fondly
called, is excitingly
exceedingly means a lot. Exceedingly fond of
bananas and
Dumra. Dumra is the place where he was born.
and
In
they
Bihar.
had before him the most wonderful towns of the world. A student of his own wanted him to play a Chennai school in the USA, and the student promised to recreate the atmosphere of Banaras by replicating a temple spring. But Khansam asked him if he would be able to transfer clever and grass. Later he remembered to have said, "That is why whenever I am in a foreign country, I keep hearing to see Hindustan. While in Mumbai, I think of only Banaras in the movie Ganga. And while in Banaras, I felt the unique
Matha of Dumra. Let's finish this one.
Yes.
Matha of Dumra. Read.
Now, Bismillah Khan's life is a perfect example of the rich cultural heritage of India. One that effortlessly expects strength or keyboard instrument like him. Hence, very naturally playing the Chennai every morning at the Kashmir Vishwanath temple.
Ustad Bismillah Khan passed away on 21st August 2006 at the age of 90 after a prolonged illness. He was given a state funeral and the government of India declared one day of national mourning. तो वो की सलामी तो सिर्फ and सिर्फ soldiers को मिलती है. That's all for today, Nakshatra. See you on next Monday.
Yes, ma'am.
Monday.
Thank you.
Monday ही है ना आज?
Ma'am, my English period Monday.
क्यों? Going to Agra?
इतनी लंबी शादी 3 बार शादी का
Aren't you going leaving?
Excuse me.
हाँ मामा अभी अभी was prepared the bar. हाँ I get my grades.